You use
ours the hardware on it.
MP4Y or whatever that guy calls it, that software. You can use a Flex software too, or they're all kind of works the same. Flex has got one where you can actually use it on that.
Yeah, now the Flex one, it's in the radio.
Yeah.
And you could put a 8088 or 8086 on there and it would serve as a dump terminal.
This is the software with, the tuner and.
But this one requires more than a dumb terminal to run.
Boy, absolutely, there's nothing there but a RS-232 jack and a PL-259 out.
Oh, yesterday I mentioned him that no weeks ago, because I had the coolest piece of yesterday. I was talking to my buddy. First of all, I started out, my friend John Reese, who you and JBR, was down at the USS Midway in San Diego. I actually had a conference, but it doesn't start till today, so he went to the boat.
Yeah,
I'm
reading from the carrier.
Then he calls me, he said, "Get on the air, Joe." I got on 20 meters. And they got an active ham station in there. They got like 4 or 5 stations.
I think they got the same thing in the Queen Mary up by Long Beach.
Oh yeah, they do.
Yeah.
They've got the same thing in Missouri and Hawaii.
And then he called Fox 2IH. I talked to him. So we had a 3-way, and then we signed John and went out and he needed to work with numerous people who were on and off. So we went up a couple queues for the KC Hire. And I don't know if you saw my other old high school friend, the other John, Pollock and Cumulus, the broadcaster.
Well, maybe.
I don't know, maybe. Anyway, he was just tuning around the band and heard us. And that was neat. So he was telling these tales of Atlanta during the ice storm.
Old buddy section, huh?
So, gosh, it was fun. We were giving him crap.
Now, do they use period radios on those ships for now? Do they have?
No, they had a tape radio.
Yeah.
Hey,
Not really, radio.
so what was on there? What's on the ship?
They had 4K3s out.
Oh, okay.
Different rooms, different radio rooms on the ship.
They got lots of money.
Here's your ground plane.
Oh, so,
You got an aircraft carrier.
Well, actually, they were in it went into commission right after World War, 3 months after World War II. And then
Was that?
it was in Vietnam.
That's what I thought.
Which one?
Which one were you chasing?
We were chasing the Richmond.
Oh, yeah.
No, this is the Midway.
Yeah.
And it's a
Is that dry dock forever now, or?
yeah, it's a museum show.
Let's go to Coral Sea.
I've seen the water on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
State bubble.
Yeah, they are, but when you the World War those
Modern ones.
No.
when you get on them, and I'm trying to not be disrespectful to the Navy whatsoever. Man, there's not much room for crew, even though it's a big ass ship.
How much room do you need?
More than they have.
How much room do you really need?
Not much, I guess.
Oh, if you're gonna get killed in 3 weeks or 6 weeks,
You got a bunk, you got a place to sleep, you got a place to put your stuff.
They throw you off across the school. They send you to shore and don't expect you to come back.
That's one of the things that amazed me.
What the hell?
The most scary one I was ever on was a diesel sub that was still active. And I was like, and they actually took us down into the sub. I'm like, there's no way in hell. It's not going to happen.
Were you in service to
No, I was in ROTC in high school. And I was like,
Well, you were a sub, weren't you? The sub.
No, I was not in the sub, I was in the
One of our
Which is almost the same thing, but.
One of our hands was a radio operator on the submarine.
yes, that guy.
Who's that?
Who was that guy that was a telegraph guy? Wasn't he in the Navy too?
Jerry,
Older
Schroeder? Older guy. I tested him. He had stories about Morse code. Harry.
Yeah, if those guys could do that in their sleep at 40 minutes, yeah.
I haven't seen him for a long time. His wife was not very good. She was giving him grief about an antenna on the railing of the deck. Because he was smothered off with a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how the Navy did it, but they really trained their operators really, really good.
They could take people off the street if they had just a little bit of ability. They could make those out there.
I had, a while back, I don't know whatever happened to it, a set of 78 RPM records.
The Eagle
From,
from
United States Navy.
Oh,
USM.
they did something right. I don't know that anybody else has ever done it that good.
what they did was, the way Navy trains everybody. You sit in the room, and when you learn, you can leave.
So it takes 6 months?
6 hours a day, you're talking 12 hours.
Yeah.
And you can't hold
much water too, so it's motivating.
Tim Holden was there. He ran amusement machines like the Blue Dog. And he was a Navy operator. He said you could copy code and with a typewriter. He couldn't tell you what the letters were. He said he was so trained that when a man came, you get the A. He couldn't tell you.
Oh, it's just that process,
That typewriter, he couldn't write it down. He had
Yeah,
to-
yeah, right.
We used to have that when I was St. Louis Club, we used to have St. Louis, Missouri. We had a couple of them guys who were Navy on the typewriter for, contests on goddamn, you know. So they'd be sitting there, you know, cords coming in, they're typing, and somebody say, hey, John, how you doing? Oh, I'm doing so fine. What's on there? Oh, K6A, CD.
Arts always talks about moving ball, he was an old man, copy it for the wires of paper.
Oh, yeah.
You could walk around a room, smoke a cigarette, drink some coffee, then you go back and type.
Catch up.
But I was telling Larry, I said, who would know if he missed something and just made it up, you know? It was
But
just-
those guys were just that good.
But he, when he was in the military, he, sat in Hawaii, copying by word code groups from both bands.
Boy, I bet he was bored with that pretty quick.
But like, they don't pay attention to
Oh, it's just a process.
It's automatic.
Okay, they're probably.
You're
You're not thinking about it.
You hear an A, you push the key.
All right.
They can do it on the digital bar now.
Yeah, oh, yeah, good now. Probably did.
The guy would spit off the call, and then the other guy would key it, you know, because he's typing on a typewriter.
Yeah, his old manual beast from hell with get your arthritis in 5 minutes or less.
Code copiers, maybe put the papers and that next to the temperature.
They figured out what to do with it.
You got a gibberish letters on page?
Right, so?
Yeah. Well, and the same guy would just, you know, just spit out the calls.
We had somebody reading what he was
Well,
talking.
he'd come in, he'd just say, you know, N7 ID.
He went to Ohio from the.
Guy blocked.
One of his kids, and he left the date, and then he sent back programs from it, and it had a picture of the floor or something, just wall-to-wall people. He had a magic marker with an arrow pointing on it. This is the,
Well, yeah,
you couldn't tell it was,
when I was in
Yeah,
Scouts, you had to take,
it was just,
in Scouts, you had to take 5 words, you had to send and receive 5 words a minute code for first class. So I thought, man, this will play what? For first class in Scouts back then, you had to do 5 words a minute, send and
merit
receive.
badge.
No, to move up to first class. So, okay, I'm gonna do it, and my dad's sitting there, I'm like, well, how do you know this stuff? Well, in the Navy, my first job was radio and belly gunner navigator for torpedo bombers. So I used to have it strapped to my hip and send and receive code lines.
Oh, you first class for your Navy?
No, for me,
First class Boy Scout.
Boy Scouts.
his dad's stuff.
His dad was in the Navy.
Right.
And he probably had a copy of his
First
hip.
class Boy Scouts, really? I never remember that.
It was required back then.
You're a lot younger.
You were tenderfoot.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Tenderfoot come over from Cub Scouts, then you were, no, was that Wheatlows or something? I forget what it was.
Well,
Tenderfoot, I think you're right.
Star
Then-
Light,
then-
Eagle.
Well, yeah, above first class, we start off with life and Eagle, and I was like one Mayor Badge short of life.
Second class, first class.
But the series of steps, but that one was required, but what I was going back to is my dad
Wow.
went from being belly gunner to tail gunner, and from tail gunner to being a enlisted pilot, right? And he hadn't done code since he got out of the Navy in 45, right? Well, this is 65, this is 20 years later, and he's doing 40 words a minute without even sneezing. And I'm like, how in the world do you do that?
Well, you know what, you might be confused.
You're motivated.
You're motivated.
Yeah. Yeah, well, that's even the